What's up, guys? Hybrid Mongoose here, and today is a little bit of a different video. I'm going to talk about my current thoughts on Niantic and basically the state of Pokemon Go. As you probably already know, haven't been really playing Pokemon Go. It's not even installed on my phone anymore, to be honest with you. I have no interest in the game. I feel like, and for many reasons, I'll tell you why. It was shortly after COVID when we did our last Hear Us Niantic kind of thing. I could already tell that, we had to do all that work doing the hashtag and for the first Hear Us Niantic just for them to even remotely listen to us. And that's insane from a community that is basically gigantic. So it's a real shame that we, ended up having to go to that length just to be heard. And I do feel like it is, I felt like they lost touch with the community a long time ago. And I know a lot of people will agree with this. I mean, I really do think that they kept being pressured by, the Pokemon Company or maybe even something else that caused a lot of the issues that came up, and why it seems like there's such a huge distance between the Pokemon Go community and the actual, players, or the Pokemon Go community and the company of Niantic. It feels like almost, oh, this Gengar background is messing up. 1 second. Let's just turn this on. Turn back on Night City. That one's flashing weird. I don't like it. So anyway, yeah, so us as a community, it just feels like every single step that Niantic would do would be like, why would you do that? And the whole the last remote raid pass thing that they were talking about in this last Hear Us Niantic stint, I wanted, I did not participate in it. I'll be honest with you. I haven't played the game in probably a year. And that's why a lot of the content has stopped, is because I'm reevaluating things on my own on what I'm actually going to do on this channel, because I feel like I backed the wrong horse. I mean, Pokemon Go is not old, or is an old game now, and they are not making it last. It's funny that they're trying to tease GoFest now. It's like, why? Like, who's gonna go? Like, I'm not gonna waste money on airfare, hotel, all this other stuff. The heyday of Pokemon Go, I couldn't wait to go to GoFest. Could not wait. And I really feel like that feeling of community is at GoFest was unlike anything else that I've ever felt in my life. I actually do love this community, and if you're still watching because you watched Pokemon Go videos, I mean, I do truly appreciate you. I think the best time of Pokemon Go for me was either the second or the third Go Fest, where I got to meet a lot of you guys. I've never been like famous, you know what I mean? But the fact that you guys, even the few people that walked up to me and said they liked my videos and wanted a picture and all that stuff, that was amazing. I love that. And it showed me that, like, man, even though I work really hard at this, there are people watching that want to watch my content, and that's awesome. And the reason I go back to that level and I go all the way back there is because Niantic lost sight of what made the game actually good. They started making this game, and they went from the first year of barely having any events at all to, oh, look, Community Day. That's a great thing to do. Reinvigorates the thing, the community, all that stuff. And then they just bombarded us with events. So many events that I'd even argue, do you even know what a normal spawn is anymore? These events that they stacked on top of each other and over and over and over and over, not only it was hard to keep track of even what was going on, but we couldn't, like, how do you prepare for that? And then they basically eliminated nests. Like, nests were a big thing in the beginning of Pokemon Go. It made it exciting to be like, oh my god, I barely ever see Bulbasaur, and this is a Bulbasaur nest. It was exciting. I always said that they needed to chill out on the events. They had those 2-week long events, or a couple. They would overlap each other. It was ridiculous, and it's almost like they were like, look, we're making a lot of money off of these events. This is this is making us a lot of money, so let's just ramp it up. You know what I mean? And I was obsessed with this game at a certain point. I love this game. I don't regret spending the time that I did on this game, and making videos. And I miss making vlogs. I'm telling you, I miss it. But I'm not going to cover a game that I no longer am interested in. And not only that, I'm not going to cover a game that I feel like they don't care about our community anymore. So for going back to what I was saying about the Hear Us Niantic, the first one, after that happened and I realized how much work we had to do just to be heard, I knew it was over. I lost interest in the game. Niantic, it's like nobody plays Pokemon Go there. It really feels like they don't even play their own game. They're adding in features that no one cares about. And if you were to pick a time, let's say pick a time in the past that was your favorite year of Pokemon Go, I guarantee it had nothing to do with all these new features that they're adding, the buddy system, the blah, 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 blah. No. My best time of playing Pokemon Go was hanging out with Jay Kim and Master Chi and, Count Jinslaw, and just having a blast hanging out, walking around Chicago. That was the best times of Pokemon Go for me. And meeting all the community and all that fun stuff too. It was the best time. And it had nothing to do with the stupid mechanics of, this or that or whatever they're trying to add. They try to add, it's not a mainstream game. They need to just chill out on the events, number one. And they need to chill out on all the other stuff. But like I said, once COVID came, you could tell that there was a shift, and maybe even before then, everything was behind a paywall. Anything that was new, any new shiny, any new Pokemon, you had to hatch it, or, you had to buy incubators. You had to buy a raid pass to have a chance. Do you remember when they had events where 90% of the new Pokemon or new shinies were just out in the wild? And you had a chance of getting that new shiny? Like, hey, Shuppet is now shiny. They're out in the wild. Have fun. They didn't put it all behind incubators. They didn't put it all behind raid passes. They allowed you to actually earn some of it for free. And in turn, you were like, hey, I can spend a little bit of money buying incubators and all this. You didn't mind spending the money. Now it's like every single thing is behind a wall of money. All in when COVID happened and I saw what they were doing, I was like, they just care about money. That's literally it. You know what I mean? And the whales of this game, when I say whales, I mean the people that just spend unlimited money. They're going to spend money to no end. That's never going to happen. They're never going to stop spending money. So this last Hear Us Niantic, I did not participate because I already know the game is dead. Pokemon Go is dead. I'm sorry to say it, but it is. I have to transition and change my channel because I love making videos for you guys. But I'm not going to continue to cover really Pokemon Go. This might be the last Pokemon Go video I ever do on the channel. Unfortunately. And it's, people are asking my opinion about the Monster Hunter thing. Of course, Niantic's going to the next thing. Weren't they doing some sort of NBA basketball game too? They don't care about the Pokemon Go community. It's so clear. It's failed community managers to this or that or whatever. We've spent tons of money, and the community is everything. Pokemon Go is nothing without the community. The game will die. It's just a matter of time. Like I was saying, so I wouldn't be surprised if this was the lowest GoFest attendance in ever. I mean, just ever. Partridge Creek is a mall I usually go to. I went there with my family to have my son go to my son, who is almost 6 now, which is crazy because those of you who've been watching the channel, do you remember I was covering Pokemon Go before my son was even born? So Pokemon Go is 6 years old. The fact that, it even has lasted this long is great. Like I said, the game is done. Niantic can't even support the game that they already have and make the game even good now, and then they're already jumping onto the next Monster Hunter game. But anyway, I was at Partridge Creek Mall. A lot of you local know that area. I did not see a single person playing Pokemon Go, and that is the first time in 6 years I walked around an entire packed mall. It's an outdoor mall. Not a single person was playing Pokemon Go. Not a single one. And you can tell, usually you see people walking around, they have their, battery banks plugged in or something, or, even they're looking at their phones, you can kind of tell where they're rating and stuff. No, not a single person was playing Pokemon Go. That is the first time I've ever seen that. So like I was saying, Niantic did this to themselves, and I truly appreciate all of you guys in the community. I am going to be transitioning to probably a lot more retro content. Let me grab something. What I've started to get into is actually hunting down old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toys that I had when I was little. So you see, things like this are exciting to me now. And I've been, getting a good collection of them. I've been working on trying to get them complete. And I've been having a lot of fun with my son. And that might actually be something that I can actually vlog, is searching for these toys with my son, who is having a blast. We're bonding really, a lot over this. It's a lot of fun. And, it might be the future of my channel, honestly. I might start transitioning into, vintage games, like retro gaming, or even, like figure hunting, comic books. I've always been into that stuff anyway, but it's just, I want to give you guys a heads up on what I can think of, because right now I feel aimless on the channel. I have no target that I'm trying to hit or anything. And it'd be fun to even do retro games, like let's play, the original Mario. Let's play Friday the 13th, the old NES, Jason game, and see how long I can last. That game freaked me out when I was little. But yeah, I was just giving you a little, tidbit of what I'm thinking of doing in the future, because Pokemon Go isn't it, and if you stick around and stay on the channel, I appreciate you. That's going to do it. Those are my thoughts on everything with Niantic. They aren't going to change. And I would advise you to keep your wallet closed. If you're going to play, go ahead and play. But I mean, don't spend the money. That's the thing that's just like, don't allow them to just take advantage of you. And that's kind of what it feels like, because, they no longer care. So, yeah, leave any comments down below. Are you excited for this new transition? Of a video game? Like, I'm gonna transition to video game hunting as well. So anything kind of like from nostalgic 80s, 90s, I'm probably gonna be searching for it. So yeah, if you're into that type of stuff, or if you want me, like, hey, you should make a video about your current, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle collection, I definitely will. You should look over there. There's a bunch of them. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it for the video. Like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.